And Reed Heating and Cooling.
And we are back. This time, moving over to the championship semifinals with our Martin Metal broadcast, our Winter Shelton Real Estate pregame show. I'm Colton Taylor, the man, the myth, the legend, and now the play-by-play commentator, Ryan Retone, with me. Ryan,
that's weird.
Dude, I'm telling you, I've heard you do play-by-play, man. You put me to shame.
Hey, we'll see. I mean, look, guys, I got big shoes to fill here tonight. We've been listening to Colton
It's
for
a 13.
4 nights now.
It's not that big, man. It's
for me, I'm rocking my 5'8", you know, I'm probably a size 9, so I don't know. I don't know about all that. Sorry, I'm trying to change the logos over here. We got a lot going on.
You're all good. I got this for a second. So we're about to watch a battle between the Eldon Mustangs and South Callaway Bulldogs. Now, in the opening round, it was South Callaway doing battle with Tipton, and it was a nail-biter. Came down to the wire as South Callaway. Coach Culpepper, you are a legend. Appreciate you, brother. Coach Culpepper for saving the day as we got to shift gears after this game and do another one, and we need a whole different system to do it, and he just brought it up to us, so I appreciate him doing that. But like I said, it was a nail-biter, as South Callaway is a slightly deceptive team. They have a lot of size on their roster, as they feature 6'5", 6'4", 6'3", but they don't really bring them down low. It's odd. 6'5" will stay out on the point and shoot threes, which, I mean, that's fine. I have nothing against a big stepping out and shooting a little bit, but they didn't want to play bully ball inside. Eldon's identity is very simple. We're going to defend you the full length of the floor wherever you go, and we have 5 guys that are all willing to shoot the rock.
You know, I hate to do this. We make this comparison in almost every single game, but Coach Caudell has that kind of mentality, that mindset of Dan Campbell, where he wants his players to bite your kneecaps off, right? I think that's the perfect way to describe his mentality. He wants guys to get after it, play for the team. And I think we saw that a lot last year. And those sophomores that were in the starting lineup consistently, day in and day out, are now learning that or have learned that, right? And are exhibiting it on the floor. That's not a word, but you know what I'm getting at. They're showing it on the floor. So I'm excited. This is my first time to see them in person. I thought what I saw on video was very impressive. And we might have a good matchup tonight.
One thing that I love was week 1 when I sat down with Coach Caudell and I asked him, what's special about this team? And his big thing was how well they work together. He said these are kids that just genuinely like playing basketball together. They enjoy each other. They are friends on and off the court, and it shows in how they play. And I think the impact that can have is absolutely massive. As I was trying to see if Reese would look up here, since I know we're still on the radio after the way he just played, but he's focused talking to his legions of fans down there.
Yeah, I was going to say he's probably a pretty popular man right now after that performance, and I think we
there for points. So we'll get him mic'd up here. And joining us now is our Shed Batting Cage player of the game from that opening matchup, Reese Murdoch. Reese, how'd you feel about your boys' performance?
We felt pretty good.
I mean, you guys were getting after it. Yeah, you're good, man. You're good. Defensively, you guys were getting after it full court. What did Coach Espinoza tell you that really generated that kind of defense?
He knew that they wanted to slow it down, so we tried to speed the game up as fast as we could,
Okay.
Right.
It showed. Now, we saw something different out of you. The last 2 games, we've seen a different look where it's like you're looking for your shot, trying to get downhill. But tonight, the 3-ball was a part of your game, man. Is that you've been working on that in the offseason?
That's that summertime in the lab.
You decided you were going to be a shooter this offseason?
That's right. Trace gave me some pointers over the summer.
I called it on air. What did I tell you?
Trace out earlier.
That's big Trace for you. But no, you were rebounding the ball exceptionally well also. What was something that you really liked from your guys' performance? Maybe shout out a teammate or two if there was something you saw that you liked.
I feel like we handled the ball a little bit better today. What was that, last night we played?
Yeah,
2 nights ago. We had a lot of turnovers, and we couldn't rebound as good. Braden Albright to get on the boards, I felt like.
Yeah.
And I knew I had to step up on the boards because I think 2 nights ago I had 3 rebounds.
I think you had a double-double with those boards tonight.
I think Coach Daniels actually texted me, and he said, congrats on the double-double.
Well, shout out to Coach Daniels for one. It was a great performance, man. By the way, I don't want to be the Debbie Downer, but I am going to tell you, you got away with the goaltending, man.
You did.
No, that was clean.
I got a question. What happened after they moved from man into the zone? What happened after that? They moved down into a zone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? What happened offensively?
Honestly, we're not very good on zone right now. against
Man, I
himself.
set him up perfectly. He said he was going to say barbecue chicken before the game. I set him up perfectly, and he didn't. I'm disappointed.
Say it again.
All right, what happened whenever they went from man into zone? What happened?
Oh, it's barbecue chicken from there.
All right, there we go.
Hey, put that on TikTok.
He's going to get better at these. As the
No,
season
he's
goes
not.
on.
He's
I hope.
definitely not. Okay, so one last thought before I let you go. What is this for your team? What kind of confidence booster is this to get that first win with this new look Tigers under Coach Espinoza, and now a chance to get back to 500 in that consolation game? How big would that be for you as a player and for your teammates?
It'd be very good for us. You know, we set goals at the start of the year, and we kind of told each other we wanted to be over 500. And Coach Espy told us in the locker room, he said, enjoy the win now, but be ready for the next game.
I love that mentality, man. Great game, Reese. A double-double, 20-something points on the evening. And can we expect to see the same out of you in the consolation game?
For sure.
For sure. Congratulations, buddy. Great game.
Appreciate it.
That is a Reese Murdoch of the Versailles Tigers. A big win for the Tigers as they knock off Tipton. And, oh, my gosh, that's the first barbecue chicken I've ever had on the radio.
I really set him up well, and he just didn't. It's okay, man. It's okay. It happens.
Oh, we're going to have to cut that clip and get it to him later on. But first, we're going to meet our starters for these Eldon Mustangs. Boy, I have stuff all over the place. Britt, I'm actually a pro. Oh, well, you're doing play-by-play. You got it.
All right. Well, first, the starters for the visitors. It's South Callaway, the Bulldogs. It's number 1, a senior forward, Ethan Edwards. Number 2, a sophomore guard, Hudson Jones. Number 4, a junior guard, Graydon Pontius? What'd you call him? Pontius, okay. A number 11, a senior guard, Colton Crocker, and number 24, a senior guard, Tucker Jones. You have the starters for Eldon off the top of your head? I do not.
I can look out there and see it's Cody Tam, Britton Ahart, Talon Hull, Devin Hardy, and to join them, I'm missing somebody in the lineup. Oh, excuse me, Preston Sapp.
All right, well, perfect. Eldon won the tip. They're in their white home uniform. South Callaway in the blue roads. It's Britton Ahart with the ball. Now he throws it left side to Devin Hardy. It's taken away by South Callaway, and they'll look to go do things offensively. Colton Crocker kicks it up top. Three-pointer on the way from Tucker Jones. No good. Too hard off the back glass and rebound to Eldon.
Great box out, Talon Hull.
Yeah, hey, he's a tough one down there, right? Eldon gets across the timeline. They go inside out now. Devin Hardy baseline drive. No good on the floater. Rebound. Second chance. It'll be Britton Ahart. Good off the right side glass.
That's huge to get those points early and take the initial lead.
He's definitely playing a lot tougher on the other end now. South Callaway. It's taken away. There's Britton Ahart again, right? You talked about him. Said he's been playing well.
Here to tell you, if they get to the championship game and win, Britton's my pick for MVP.
Like that pick right there. Ahart on the inside, spinning through the lane, and it's good again off the right glass.
My goodness. Britton's going into the bag early.
Now it's South Callaway. They'll break the press, slow things down, give it off to Tucker Jones. Jones in front of the Eldon bench, swings it across to Colton Crocker, who'll slow things down. Crocker defended by Hardy. Now right side, it's Hudson Jones. Jones kicks it back off to Jones. Tucker Jones, that is. Now spinning, shot up, and good from Ethan Edwards in the first points of the game for the Bulldogs.
I mean, not much you can do with that. Size advantage and just a soft touch.
Yeah, I was going to say, nice little baby hook there, right? So South Callaway, they'll pick up in a little trap zone. They go inside out. It's Britton Ahart. Now corner Hardy. Hardy driving, kicks out. It's Cody Tam for 3 and misses everything.
You know, Cody can shoot, don't get me wrong, but Cody's best game, I still believe, is around the rim. But in the same breath, you can't let one miss bother you. I don't think Cody will. Got to have a short-term memory.
Well, and if you're going to go inside out for 3, you never want to pass up that look.
Absolutely.
Right, they inbound it inside to Hudson Jones, that is. I'm going to have to get used to that. Now it's Tucker Jones. Tucker left side. He'll throw it across to Crocker. Crocker slows things back out, defended by Hardy.
That Crocker kid's a stud, man. Just look at that first name.
They try to go inside. It's poked away from Eldon. You're full of jokes, aren't you?
Dude, I'm in a good mood tonight. This Eldon defense is in a good mood, too, as they're getting after it.
Yeah, I was going to say, doing a good job forcing turnovers. You wouldn't expect anything else from them as they do get across half court. Cross-court pass, just a little too strong, and maybe an unforced error there for Eldon. This ball go out of bounds to South Callaway.
I'm here to tell you, if Talon Hull was about 2 inches taller, he would have had that.
We've said that a lot about Hull, I feel like, over last year. Is now South Callaway going fast in transition, and the layup's good from Crocker. So there you go. Name like gets the points. They'll bring the pressure again. Now get across half court with Hall. Hall cross court pass to Hardy. Hardy gives it off to Ahart. Ahart kicks out. Now swung around to Tam. Tam right side Ahart.
There's a lot of length on the bottom of this 3-2 zone for South Callaway.
And on the top at that with Tucker Jones. Ahart, top of the key, kicks over Talon Hall. His second shot at a three won't go. And rebound to South Callaway. The Bulldogs thought about going fast, slow down now.
You can't really go fast when Devin Hardy's the one playing defense.
They're a little too quick, right? They do a good job of getting back on defense. Running off a screen, gets it to Hudson Jones. Now kicked out to Pontius, is that what you said?
Pontius.
Yeah, I'm going to take a second. I didn't get a chance to look at the names too much before this. Left wing, Hudson Jones swung around now. Tucker Jones, no hesitation in the corner. Won't go. Tipped out of bounds and should go to Eldon.
But to be honest, Ahart may have got away with a little push in the back there, but if the ref doesn't call it, it never happened.
I feel like I remember Ahart being pretty good. He wasn't overly physical last year, but he would get his shoves in, right?
By the way, this is the Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company first quarter of action.
Good call right there. Ahart on the Cardinal logo. Still kind of in this, what would you call this, a zone trap?
Yeah, a 3-2 zone that they're really pressuring high on.
Hardy tried to go inside to Tam. It's tipped out of bounds. We'll get a look at an inbounds play here for Eldon. It definitely extended zone, and I do like when teams do that. When you get traps in the corners, good way to force turnovers. Got 4 across the baseline here. Ahart, the trigger man, will throw up top to Hardy. Hardy now high post to Tam, back out to Hardy, swung around to Ahart. Ahart in the right corner, kick out Tam, left elbow, and they're whistling for a travel.
I like the take, though. Cody saw a lane developing and wanted to take his shot at the rim. Feet went before the ball.
He is someone, again, like you said, that's good around the rim, but if they could get him going dribble drive-wise, I think that would benefit the Mustangs, no doubt. Cross half court with Colton Crocker, defended by Hardy. Crocker all the way to the lane, just throws one up, and they'll say he traveled before the shot went up.
And this Eldon defense has been stout, just hasn't been able to get the offense to go yet. I mean, we played half a quarter and only 4 points, but Coach Caudell probably doesn't hate that at the moment.
No, he's definitely a defensive-minded head coach. They break the press with Hardy. Now go high post Tam, inside out. Hardy catches it on the run, drives baseline, fires a pass. It's taken away by the South Callaway defense. That's Tucker Jones across the timeline, throws it into the corner to Hudson Jones. Now swung around to Pontius. His shot up, won't climb the iron, gets his own rebound. Second chance, it was tipped, controlled by the Bulldogs. Ethan Edwards fading around the basket, and it's good.
That's just a tough shot right there.
And anytime you get 3 chances, right? Now a takeaway from the Bulldogs. It's Crocker. Crocker spinning through the lane, won't go. Touched everything. Rebound by the Bulldogs, and now a foul whistled on the Mustangs.
No offense towards Hudson Jones, but they list him at 5'11", and I think they're being exceptionally kind.
If he's 5'11", I might be 6'2".
Yeah, I was going to say, you grew rapidly at that moment, and I mean, Hudson to me looks a little more like he's about 5'9" out there at 5'8". Either way, probably shouldn't be pulling down a board amongst 6'2" and 6'4".
He did, right? They inbound it up top, throw it to Pontius, and now left wing to Jones. Jones kicks it off to Crocker. Crocker high post. Shot up, won't climb the iron. Rebound just taken away, and the shot is good. I might have gotten away with it over the back.
I was about to say, Coach Caudell probably going to want it over the back there, but no whistle, no foul.
Into the front court now. It's Brendan Ahart with it. Driving through the lane. It's poked around, taken away, and they save it. Nice play there by the Bulldogs. They'll look to go in transition. The left wing, Tucker Jones, thought about the three, goes inside to Edwards. Edwards kicks out. 3 on the way from Hunter Jones. No good, missed everything. And rebound by the Mustangs.
I tell you what, they are allowing this game to be physical, and it's a championship semifinal. It probably should be.
Good job getting a pass into the front court. Pump fake, shot up, won't go. Rebound tipped around, somehow goes to a Mustang. Might want to slow things up here, and they do.
Yeah, that was Sapp keeping it alive, which, by the way, a little bit of confusion, as I believe that is not actually Salzman in there wearing 25. That is Hines.
Okay. Try to remember that. They go inside, tipped around, and taken away by the Bulldogs, Ethan Edwards. Turnovers kind of killing Eldon here early on.
Still keeping it just a 4-point game, though.
Crocker will slow things down at the Cardinal logo. Now they'll go right side. A 3-pointer off a screen. No good. Missed just a little long. Rebound to the Mustangs.
Yeah, Talon Hall, another board, and trying to go quick, but Hines wasn't ready for it. Give South Callaway their props, though. I mean, yeah, they're big and physical, but they play some pretty sound defense.
Well, they seem well coached, right? I mean, obviously they're playing sound, but I agree with you. They're just being kind of the aggressors right now, maybe a little more physical. Eldon's still picking up in their press here, and they'll get across the timeline with Tucker Jones. He hands it off to Crocker. Crocker now into the corner. That is Chase Mealy, who just checked into the game for the Bulldogs. They go inside. Nathan Hector spinning. Hook shot won't go. And tough defense and rebound by Cody Tam. Now Eldon pushing it fast ahead. Devin Hardy into the lane. He found himself wide open. Kicks it out. Britton Ahart for three. No good. Off the rim. Rebound saved by Bayshore. Tipped around and it'll go to Eldon.
Boy, Bayshore is playing well in this tournament.
Hardy floater won't go. Do they get another rebound? Hard fight for it. And yeah, you're going to have to peel these two teams off of each other.
I tell you what, I think it's frustrating right now for the Mustangs. They're getting looks, just can't get them to fall. I don't think they're doing anything wrong offensively.
No.
I really love the high post action they run with Cody Tam. They flash him high, get him the ball, and let him make decisions out of it. But just
we saw that Hunter Hess play that role a lot last year, right? He would go high post, and I think Tam's a good successor to that, right?
Got to have a high IQ to run that role.
Crocker, he's working on the left elbow, wants to go into the paint to Hector. Hector hook shot won't go. Second time we've seen him do that. A tough defense from the Mustangs.
When we saw South Callaway before, they didn't really care to use their size on the block. That is not the case against Eldon.
I think they think they have a mismatch, right? Hasn't worked so far. Hardy into the corner, swung around Ahart, now into the corner Bayshore. Bayshore pump fake to three, now cross court pass to Hardy. Hardy up top, Ahart. Ahart knifing through the defense. Floater is good off the glass.
Boy, that's a tough shot, but a big one for the Mustangs. Draw within two.
Yeah, I was going to say they definitely needed a bucket here. Under 20 seconds to play in the first quarter. It's 8-6. The Eldon Mustangs lead. Here they fire into the corner to Carruthers. Now up top. Back into the corner. Carruthers got it. Looking into the paint. They try to go. Tam takes it away here. 3 seconds to play. Can Tam get a shot up? He does and misses everything. Might have saw a foul there. But nonetheless, that's the way the first quarter ends. So it's 8-6. South Callaway leads. That was the Carpenter Gunther Lumber first quarter of action. We'll go ahead, step aside. You're listening to KS-95 Sports.
Hi, I'm Colton Taylor, and I use For Sales Total Fitness. Their 24-hour access makes it easy for me to fit gym time into my busy schedule. I love how spacious and versatile their gym is. With a wide selection of free weights, cable machines, and all the cardio equipment you could need, I have plenty of options to help me stay in shape to cover our local sports teams. They work hard to provide a clean, safe, and comfortable environment. Join me and everyone else at For Sales Total Fitness in becoming a healthier you. For Sales Total Fitness at 31 North Monroe, or give them a call at 573-789-6800.
8-6, the South Callaway lead at the end of the first quarter here at the Tipton tournament. Ryan Retone, Colton Taylor with you, Britt on the camera. Colton, what did you see in the first quarter?
First off, since you got that plug in, I'm going to finish that out with, you are listening to this broadcast on KTKS For Sales Eldon at the Lake of the Ozarks, 95.1 FM online, lakeradio.com, and streaming at MoSportsZone.com, or just download that MoSportsZone app. Super handy. What I saw was two physical teams. The refs are not going to call a lot of touch fouls, which I like in this situation. And would you like to hear a recap of the Eldon scoring?
Yeah, I would.
It's Britton Ahart. There's your recap.
That makes it pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he definitely put in the work, and they're going to need other players to play or to score offensively.
They've got a quick pass around this zone, which they're extending the top of it out all the way to half court.
Yeah, Eldon does get the first possession of the second quarter here. It's Britton Ahart, and yeah, now just straight up double teaming Ahart. He does give it off to Bayshore. Bayshore left wing, now kicks it across to Hardy. Cross court pass to Britton Ahart. Ahart surveying the defense, goes into the corner to Hardy. Now back up top to Bayshore. Bayshore back to Hardy in the left corner. Now Hardy dribbles it back up, and they'll go to Ahart at the Cardinal logo. Ahart, they extend the defense out, give it off to Hardy. Now back to Ahart. Ahart, high post to Tam. Tam looking. He's got 3 Bulldogs on him, and finally a foul whistle.
I think South Callaway may have just exposed a little something there. They're extending the top of this 3-2 all the way out to half court. That's freeing up the middle between the two guys on the top of this 3-2. Cody Tam flashed high there, and as soon as he did, South Callaway almost panicked a little bit and got called for a foul. If Eldon can be patient, they can exploit the inside of the zone.
Yeah, and now you bring in a little bit more size as well with Drew Hines, right? And you've got a nice look. Tam, high post, kicks out. Hines for 3. Off the front rim. Rebound by Tam. Putback won't go, and it's corralled by the Bulldogs.
Hey, a great look and a great board, just not falling.
Jones fires corner three-pointer from Darty, won't go. Rebound to the Mustangs. They go up ahead. Devin Hardy left alone off the front rim. Shooting not been a strong suit for either team so far. Bulldogs want to go fast again into the corner to Darty. Now slow things up. Ethan Edwards kicks it up top to Jones, who will slow it down. Now left wing Darty kicks it off to Carruthers. They want to go into the paint to Ethan Edwards. Get it to him. He's backing down Tam. Loses it. Finds a man open. It's tipped around. Now kicked out. Three-pointer up. Won't go. Rebound. 5-4 still on the ground. Diving for it, and it goes to Eldon. It's Devin Hardy. Doesn't really have numbers here, but now hesitation move. Gets to the rack. Kicks it out. Ahart thought about it. Slows up. Kicks across to Hall. Hall back out to Hardy. Tam now inside. It's Salzman with it. Excuse me, that's Hines. Now kicks it out. Hardy right wing. Eldon's going to reset against this zone. High post. Tam shot right around the glass. Won't go. Tipped around. Rebound again by Eldon. That time shot up. Good. And the foul from Talon Hall.
Just keep chipping away. That's what the Mustangs are doing. And how about Talon Hall? He's like, what's that? You got a bunch of 6'4" kids? That's all right. I got this.
Well, we know Eldon's guards don't mind playing down low, right? Talon Hall and Devin Hardy, both guys that'll get around the rim. That time it's Hall getting it done, the and one, and a chance to take the lead.
So what should really scare South Callaway right now is South Callaway is giving up looks to Eldon. I mean, we've seen Cody Tam have a couple just roll right off the iron. If you keep giving Eldon these looks, they will fall eventually.
Free throw up and good. So Eldon takes their first lead of this semifinal here with 5:57 to go in the second quarter. Colton Crocker with it, right side, hesitation move, wants to go to the rack, and he is fouled. I think they'll say that's on the floor.
Yeah, Rhett Bayshore going to get that foul. I mean, but hey, Bayshore defensively has been a menace in this tournament. We saw him give Reese Murdoch problems in that opening round game and working his tail off here again.
Bayshore's a guy that if he doesn't get 4 fouls, he's probably cheated himself, honestly. High intensity defensively. The Bulldogs get it in, now slow up. Pontus with it, throws it into the corner to Crocker. Crocker goes right back to Pontus. He's working on Bayshore, kicks out Crocker for three. It's good. That was deep.
We've seen a lot of threes from this South Callaway team finally getting one to fall.
I was going to say they haven't hit a whole lot of them, but if they do, that could be trouble for Eldon. Bayshore with it. They bring the trap. He gets out of it by kicking it to Hardy. Now Hardy throws into the corner to Hall. Tried to throw a baseline pass to Hines. He corrals it in the corner. Now Devin Hardy, right wing, eyeing a double team, throws it across to Bayshore. Corner Hall. Back up top, Cody Tam. Now Hardy. Hardy goes to Hall. Hall looked to the basket. Now dribbles it back out. He'll reset on the Cardinal logo. Hands off to Hardy.
Calling out a set play here.
Hardy trying to find something. Goes to Bayshore on the right wing. Right back Hardy left wing. And a timeout from Coach Caudell. I think that's probably a good call, right?
I agree. That'll be a Nikki Ragsdale remix of Sedalia timeout. And why don't we take a break?
I think that's a good idea. So with 4:51 to go in the second quarter, it is South Callaway on top 11-9. You're listening to KS-95 Sports.
When a post-frame building is in your future, build straighter, stronger, and satisfied with help from Martin Metal, northeast of Versailles. Offering a full-service lumberyard, on-site truss plant, a full production plant with numerous rolled formed metals, trims, and accessories. And now, a new laminated post plant producing 3-ply, 4-ply, and 5-ply, 2x6, and 2x8 posts up to 40 feet in length. Call one of our trained professionals, 573-378-4050. We also offer delivery anywhere in Missouri and across the heartland of America. To see more, visit martinmetal.com.
We're back here at Tipton High School. Out of the Eldon timeout, it's Eldon and South Callaway. 11-9, the Bulldogs lead over the Mustangs from Eldon with 4:50 to go. It's Eldon basketball here, and let's see if they can't get something going offensively because the South Callaway defense has been tough. It's up top with Talon Hall. Hall defended hard by the Bulldogs defense. Now throws it into the corner. That's Drew Hines. Touch pass. Gets it to Cody Tam. The jumper is good, and a tie basketball game.
That's what you like to see. If you can get Tam going early, it could be a major factor.
Well, there were no dribbles in that possession as well. I think that's probably something they talked about in the timeout. Fired into the corner. Tucker Jones meets Ahart at the rim. No good. Excuse me, that was Tam. Second chance, though, by the Bulldogs, and we'll have a foul whistle.
I mean, that's just part of the battle. I know they wanted to. Well, he's lining up for free throws. That's on the floor.
Yeah.
That's just part of it, because you look at Ethan Edwards, he's 6'5" down there.
Mm-hmm.
And at points in this game, he's been guarded by Bayshore. Now he's being guarded by some different Mustangs and blocked by Ahart.
Yeah, they wanted to go quick inside. It was taken away. The Bulldogs do get the rebound, however, and they'll fire it into the corner to Tucker Jones. Tried to go up top, almost taken away, but now it's Crocker. Yeah, I saw that as well. Almost a double dribble. Now Hudson Jones driving baseline, kicks it off to Edwards, who gets the shot to go.
Just good ball move, South Callaway.
And they're just killing Eldon on the offensive glass right now. Talon Hall, high post, kick out to Hardy. Hardy goes to Hall. He'll fire for three. It's good. Talon Hall gets the triple to go, and Eldon takes the lead.
That's 6 in the quarter for Hull.
He's having himself a nice little second quarter after it was the Britton Ahart show in the first quarter. And we knew the Mustangs were going to need scoring from other spots. Crocker across the timeline, gives it to Tucker Jones. Now left side to Pontius. Fires it around. It's Crocker right wing. Now up top, Ethan Edwards. Left side, Hudson Jones kicks it up top. Jones. To the other Jones, that is. They'll go to Crocker. They'll slow things up. 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter, and Eldon has the 1-point lead. Jones fires left side to Pontius. His shot up, and it'll touch every part of the rim, not go. Someone needs to corral it for Eldon, and it finally is by Tam.
That shot was so weird. It threw off the timing for everyone.
Yeah, I know. Everyone was just waiting for it to go in, I think. Get across the timeline, go to Hardy. Hardy left wing in front of the Bulldogs bench. Dribbles back out, now goes to Talon Hall.
Britton's calling for the lob on the backside. They're giving him space.
Hall, another three off the back end. And rebound to the Bulldogs. They have numbers here. Want to go fast. It's Colton Crocker. Crocker knifing his way through the defense. He'll get it to go and the foul.
Yeah, that's a tough one, as he had plenty of time to get square and adjust, just to reach in from behind. I'm not sure who they're going to ring up for the foul.
I don't know either. I do know that Cody Tam's going to check in this game, along with Nathan Hector and Chase Mealy for the Bulldogs.
So they're going to get Hines his second of the game, third for the Mustangs.
And what I've seen so far, as the free throw is good, Colton Crocker is really good when he has space to work. When Eldon's got 2 or 3 defenders around him, it's a little tough. But if he's got a one-on-one, he's going to win.
Well, they're leaving the backside corner of this zone open. I don't know if that's baiting.
I think they're baiting a little bit. Tam, now quick pass outside. They go to Ahart. Ahart driving, kicking to Hall. Hall baseline drive. It was tipped away. Now fighting around the baseline. And it's won by the Bulldogs. I think you might be right about the baiting a little bit. And now a touch foul whistled. We haven't seen many of those tonight.
No, that doesn't really match up with some of the whistles we've seen in this game. But
it slows things down nonetheless. I do think you're right, though. I think they want them to throw that pass. However, one of these times, Eldon's going to sneak up on him and get it for a lob or something. Tucker Jones throws it into the backcourt to Colton Crocker. That's where the Bulldogs will start this possession. Now they go left wing. It's Chase Mealy with it. Pontius hopping through the lane. Big hop step. His shot thrown off the side of the glass. Rebound to Eldon. They want to go fast with Hardy. Hardy driving to the basket. Jump stop. Shot. No good. Rebound tipped around and won by the Bulldogs. Mealy now gives it off to Crocker. Sees they don't have numbers. Pulls it back out. Now goes to the glass. Change of speeds. Worse. Blocked by Ahart.
My goodness. He got all of that one.
Now Eldon. Hardy. What a pass to Tam. It's blocked out of bounds, but it'll stay with the Mustangs.
My goodness, we're under 125 to go in the H&R block of Versailles' second quarter. This Martin Metal broadcast, as we're watching a track meet they're claiming as basketball.
That transition, though, looked a little bit more like the Mustangs we saw last year, right?
Absolutely.
A little more fluidity to it. Devin Hardy left all alone for three. Bang, he hits it. And they take the lead 17-16 with 1:15 to go in the second quarter.
That's the first clean look Devin's got in this game, and he made the most of it.
You know he can make it. It's just whether he gets a clean look. Now inside on the post, shot up, defensive stop for Eldon. They go fast up ahead. It's Preston Sapp, makes the moves, and they'll call a foul on the ground, which is unfortunate because it takes a layup off the board.
It does, but I mean, I think Preston probably made the right decision as the South Callaway player is going to get every bit of that one.
You know, definitely the right play. Ahart, the trigger man, gives it off to Tam. Now kicked it back out to Hall, which is where they'll slow things down. Under a minute to play now in the H&R block of Versailles' second quarter. Inside, Ahort knifing through the defense, and the layup's good.
That was nasty.
Biggest lead of the night so far for Eldon, and it sets it 19-16 with 40 seconds to go. Crocker on the Cardinal logo. He's defended by Hardy. Just going to dribble things around, wait for the play to set up. Now Crocker, nice move, almost lost the handle on it. Hopping through the lane, kicks it off. It's Mealy. Mealy up top to Tucker. Tucker Jones throws it across to Crocker.
You got to be careful with that much dribbling that far from the rim with Devin Hardy on you.
Yeah, I was going to say, he'll take it away and go get 2 points on the other end. 16 seconds to play. And we're going to see South Callaway set up a play.
I don't blame him. Devin Hardy wears pink shoes that look like Pepto because he gives offense heartburn, man. I tell you, he is a problem.
Yeah, I was going to say, they want to talk this over, and I don't hate that. This is a pretty big possession in this game, what'd you say?
Absolutely. Points have been at an absolute premium. 19-16 sounds like, a nail-biter, and it is, but for Eldon, if you get a stop going into the half, I truly believe Eldon can score more than this in the second half. They have left a lot of points out here with point-blank looks, and part of it to me has to be the size of South Callaway.
Yeah.
You know, if you are, I don't believe it affects Devin Hardy because, once again, he thinks that he's like 6'8". But a lot of these other guys, if you're a talent hole going to the rim and you see 6'5" meeting you there, you're going to change your shot. And I'm sure Coach Caudell is going to be in their ear a little bit in the locker room saying, guys, just play your game and we can still score.
Well, I was going to say, I felt like South Callaway has definitely, in this first half, controlled the tempo. They've played the game the way they want to play. I wouldn't be shocked if Eldon doesn't come back out in the second half with a stronger force than we've seen. And if they go in with a lead, a 3-point lead, a 5-point lead, if they get a stop and a score here, like, I'm favoring the Mustangs, just to be honest.
Big thing for Eldon, though. 14 fouls right now. Anything would give free throws to South Callaway.
Don't necessarily want to send them to the line here in this situation. And I'm sure South Callaway drew up a pretty nice play, burning a timeout, right? So it is their ball, and they go. Jones?
Our apologies, as something has to have happened. We lost power up here at the table. So we lost power at some point, but the half comes to a close as Eldon gets the stop. 19-16, they lead. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with a Hy-Vee halftime show in just a moment. You're listening to KS-95 Sports.
Insurance Associates America, your leading agri-insurance agency in Tipton, insuring poultry and swine buildings since 1975. Let them be your trusted choice for your homeowners, auto, farm, life and health, property, casualty, workers' comp, bonds, IRAs, and annuities. Insurance Associates America, friendly professional service. Call Bob Rolls and Sheila Moon, your trusted choice independent insurance agents in Tipton at 660-433-2141. Insurance Associates America, 660-433-2141.
Tipton One Stop is your ultimate convenience store destination on Highway 50 west in Tipton. Stop by for your favorite snacks, refreshing drinks, and a fresh meal from the in-store Subway restaurant. Plus, fill up your vehicle with quality Synex fuel. Tipton One Stop has the cleanest restrooms in town. Don't believe us? Find out for yourself. Tipton One Stop, open daily until 11:30. Proud supporters of Cardinal Athletics. Tipton One Stop, where convenience meets quality on Highway 50 west in Tipton.
Burger's Specialty Foods is proud to be a part of the Tipton tournament, and they'd like to wish all the teams and players the best of luck. Coaches, if you want to get that extra winning edge, start your team's day with Burger's Smokehouse brand award-winning ham, summer sausages, and country bacon. For all you listening on the radio, if you're thinking about a new career, Burger's Specialty Foods is always looking for fun, energetic folks to join their team. Apply in person weekdays 8 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. on Highway 87 in California.
Hi, I'm Brandon, and welcome to Gladstone Cove Boat Trailer Sales. Do you need a trailer to get your boat out of the water? Maybe just a replacement trailer. Or considering selling your boat and you know a trailer will help get it done. We carry 11 lines of high-quality boat trailers, and if we don't have what you need, we also build our very own line of custom aluminum boat trailers. Thanks to everyone that's been by or just heard of us and gave us a referral. From my family to yours, we can't thank you enough.
And we welcome you back to Tipton High School, the site of the 86th Annual Tipton Tournament, where it is Eldon leading South Callaway 19-16 at halftime. Ryan Retone, Colton Taylor with you, Britt on the camera. Colton, what did you see there in the first half?
I saw two teams that are physical, that are not going to give an inch defensively, and that both seem to want to get the ball inside when they can. And, I mean, because that it's a 19-16 game right now. Like, this is a quarter score for a lot of teams, and instead we've seen a full half of that. But I thought it was a good first half of action.
Well, I think this is the game that the Mustangs want to play, right? If you're a Mustangs fan at home, you're like, yeah, this is, defense. This is, we established the tempo early. I still think there's more to come out of them, though, right? Like, they did not play their cleanest first half of basketball. They figured out how to score on this Bulldogs 3-2 trap zone, whatever you want to call it. They figured out how to score there late. Like, this could be a really nice second half for the Mustangs.
Oh, I completely agree. And, of course, the winner of this game moves on to the championship. Coming up next, we're going to see a battle of some athletes as Camdenton takes on California. And the winner of that game, of course, will meet the winner of this game in the championship bout on Saturday. But, yeah, I think Coach Caudell's got to be thrilled with his defense. I mean, you just held a team to 16 points and a half. You're going to win a lot of ball games holding the team to 16 and a half.
Yeah, no, you're sitting here, right? You're like, wow, 16 points in 16 minutes of basketball, right? That's a solid thing to think about. But then in the same breath, you're in the locker room, like, yeah, we only scored 19 points. We need to do this offensively. Both teams will do their chest matches of their adjustments at halftime. By the way, this is the Hy-Vee halftime show on the Martin Metal broadcast. And look, I think Eldon's in a good spot, not only for this tournament, but program-wise. I remember how prideful Coach Caudell was last year whenever he talked about their finish in the Tipton tournament. Last year, they have a chance to go to the championship game this year. I mean, what does that mean for this program?
It means everything. You're talking about a team that, if you're listening and you're from Eldon right now, you know that I'm not saying an insult. I'm speaking truths right here. The last 5 or 6 years have not exactly been the juggernaut years for the Mustangs. You've been hoping at 12 and 13 wins as a season goal. Well, suddenly that script is flipped because now Coach Caudell's looking at the district and telling me, hey, we got Osage in our district. We got Springfield Catholic, good squads. But we're a good squad. You come out of this tournament, you got 3 wins already on this season, and your one loss was to a close game with Mountain Grove. You feel like you're ready to take on the world if you win this tournament. Right. And suddenly you're like, hey, man, we're going to be an above 500 ball club if we play this way.
Not only above 500, but, you're looking like, hey, we can really compete for this district, and I think that's the goal for any team, right? But especially, I think the Mustangs got a chance.
I'll add one more to it. There's a 50-50 shot that California winds up in the championship game as well because, of course, they're facing off of Camdenton Lakers.
Tri-County.
And, yeah, you could have your Tri-County matchup, and it's huge to get that Tri-County matchup early. And if you could win this game and then potentially play California and beat them in the championship, a Tri-County win under your belt against a team that is perennial top-tier Tri-County team, boy, that's as big as it gets.
Right. So I want to switch gears now, right? We talked about that game. Another Tri-County team, California, playing in the next semifinal. They'll take on Camdenton. Obviously, we're going to have that on our sister station. What do you expect to see in that one? You've seen both teams play.
That game on Mix 92.7, I think you're going to see polar opposite styles. The California Pintos are going to be led by Mr. Volkart. He is a outstanding athlete. Yeah, the same one that we saw wreck a football game for the Mustangs. Yeah. He is the young man down there, by the way, with the dark hair. Not a very big guy.
Well, he looks a lot smaller without pads on, that's for sure.
Absolutely he does. California does have a little bit of size, but not compared to the Lakers. This Camdenton squad, while they are, I don't want to say a little bit new or a little bit young. Did you just see that? Did you just see what? Not. Oh, my goodness. Mr. Durnan, who we've been wondering.
Yeah, that checks out.
That wasn't a dunk. That was a hammer.
Yeah. If you know anything about the Durnan family, they're pretty athletic, right? They got some Division I athletes in that family. So it makes sense. That's on the Camdenton side of things. So what are you going to see from them? Yeah.
That's what I'm going with from them. They got athletes and they got size. They've got a couple guys that are well over 6'4". They're going to run the floor, and they want to go quick, fast, and in a hurry. Is it always going to be the cleanest, most skilled look from the Lakers? Not necessarily, but they make up for that in sheer athleticism as, like I said, Durnan's going to try to rip the rim out of the backboard and see what's left of it.
That makes for an exciting matchup, right? And semifinals always going to be good. We got a good one here. It's Eldon leading over South Callaway, 19-16. A spot in that was just a two-handed slam, huh?
He just lobbed himself off the glass and hammered it with two hands like it was nothing.
Yeah, and then the short guy tried. That's what I would look like, right? Trying to follow him up with just the throw at the glass. That's what I would do. But anyways, Eldon leads 19-16 over South Callaway. We're about 3 minutes away from the second half. We'll have Colton and Britt's keys to the second half as Durnan fixes the net. You're listening to KS-95 Sports.
The Tipton Latham Bank is a locally owned and operated full-service independent community bank serving the area since 1906. The Tipton Latham Bank N.A. is an equal housing lender and a member FDIC. The Tipton Latham Bank is a proud supporter of local high school athletics. Stop by the Tipton or Latham branch or visit TiptonLathamBank.com.
Ozark Regional Insurance, an independent insurance agency, combines friendly customer service with quality insurance products, including home, auto, life, health, business, farm, and recreational vehicle insurance. Owned by Phil Hilty, Ozark Regional Insurance services the Lake and Central Missouri. For a quote, visit them in Tipton at 309 U.S. Highway 50 West or call 660-433-0108. And Megan Randall, manager in Versailles at 609 West Newton or call 378-6081.
Having the right person at the right time and place will make all the difference in the world for the better. Hi, I'm Jill Tobin at Pivotal Real Estate brokered by EXP. What makes us different is we can help you buy and sell property all over the state of Missouri. When it's time to make your pivotal decision, pick Pivotal Real Estate brokered by EXP, located at Highway 50, Tipton, Missouri. Check us out at pivotalreal.com.
Pivotal Realty in Tipton is a proud supporter of the Tipton Cardinals.
And we're back with the Hy-Vee halftime show, about a minute and 24. Yeah, I'm being precise here till we get back to a second half action. I got Britt with me right now as Ryan had to take a run for a little bit. And Britt, solid defense in that first half. Anything you'd like to see done differently from the Mustangs' perspective?
They've handled South Callaway pretty big. South Callaway's got a lot of length in that zone that we saw up front and down below. But I would kind of like to see the Mustangs, if they get open in that corner, maybe flash down to the basket and see if they can get an open pass down under there. That's some free points if they keep leaving them open like that.
They are flirting with that backside a little bit, and I know part of it is, you want to try to get the Mustangs to throw some dangerous skip passes, but these Mustangs are an athletic squad, and I do believe they may be able to take a little advantage of that themselves. But we'll have to see here. 19-16 lead for Eldon. How? I'm not even going to ask this question. I'm just going to make the statement. Britt, is it safe to say that these first few minutes of the second half could be huge?
It pretty well could determine who wins this ballgame.
That's about as big as it gets.
Especially with 3 points. I mean, that's huge. Whoever gets the first bucket, they get the momentum shift coming out. And as long as you keep that momentum shift, you keep the ballgame in your hands.
And as I said earlier, what's on the line? Well, that's plain and simple. A spot in the championship finals of this 86th annual Tipton tournament. And get things switched around as we jump into the American Sun Control third quarter of action. We'll get Ryan Hook back up here. Good to have you back, man.
All right, yeah, it's good to be back, right? And so South Callaway gets the first possession here of this third quarter. They'll try to go inside, establish that post game, but no good on the hook shot. And rebound to Eldon. We got players on the floor, but all is good. Almost a takeaway there, and the whistle for a reach-in foul.
I love the aggressiveness that A-Hart's showing early.
Once again, I appreciate a foul right there, so I can reset here. They'll throw the ball underneath. I do love that Tipton's gym is so accessible. I only got to go 5 rows up to get right back up to where we're at. It's nice.
I'm working on getting an elevator put in for us.
We need a secret underground tunnel, right? That would be nice. We're here enough. I mean,
Coach Culpepper probably do it for us.
He is very accommodating. So Eldon's basketball here. Devin Hardy now throws it left side. I wouldn't be shocked if we don't see them slow things down in the front court. Talon Hall, free throw line jumper, no good. Rebound, I think that was almost won by the Mustangs, but we give it to the Bulldogs.
That was a good look from Talon halfway down. Got to keep shooting that one.
Jones into the corner. Fires it inside. Edwards spin move. It was knocked away, but A-Hart fouled him in the process.
Yeah, they're going to get 2 free throws. I think they're going to get Hines for that one.
Who that was?
That is going to be the case. It was a great back pin by Ethan Edwards. And at 6'5", if he gets position, you find yourself in a bit of trouble.
So I just realized that this whole time I've been saying Drew Hines. 25 is Kyle Hines, right? Am I right about that?
I don't. It's a Hines. I'm not sure which Hines. I think it's Kyle Hines.
It's got to be because Drew's listed at 5'9", Kyle's listed at 6'1", so that makes more sense. No good on both free throws there.
You're better than me. I realize I've been calling Talon Hall all year. So
I've been calling him Talon Hall for a year now. So Hall has the basketball. Britton A-Hart now back to Hall. They tried to, fire that across the court, but it was taken away there. I like the idea.
Yeah, they were looking for the cut, but Sapp just a little far out, and the defense able to get position.
Crocker no good on a floater. Rebound tipped around. It'll go out of bounds and go to the Mustangs.
Floaters were never Colton's game. I tell you what.
They never your game either?
No, Colton's are there to shoot threes, man. That's what we do.
See, floater was about all I could do. If I got a head of steam towards the basket, I was probably going to make one or two. No threes, though. Ahart, right wing, trying to find a hole in the defense. It somehow got deflected to Tam, and it'll go out of bounds. Excuse me, that was Sapp. Sapp and Tam look identical.
They are very similar builds, haircuts, and the numbers one apart.
I know. I'm like, man, we gotta figure that out. So we'll see Mason Deerking into the game for the first time tonight.
Big physical player.
Throw it off the back of the defender. Britton Ahart was the trigger man. He threw it off of his defender's back, got a shot at the basket, and he's fouled to go to the line for two.
That's a classic, man. If they're going to turn your back to you on the inbounds, why not? And Britton's quick enough, he can pull it off.
We saw Clara Williams do that once or twice last year, I think, for the Tipton Lady Cardinals.
I think Clara could lob herself off the glass at this point.
First free throw is good from Britton Ahart. I don't think you're wrong about that. She also was the one giving us our starting lineups in this game today. So all the Lady Cardinals getting involved.
Multi-talented, to say the least.
They'll play in the championship game. Is that on Saturday?
Yes.
All right, they'll play California. So we might see California in both championship games. Second free throw is good. 21-16, the Eldon lead with 6:22 to go here in the American Sun Control third quarter. Tucker Jones wants to go coast to coast. Floater's good over two Eldon defenders.
Yeah, that's a tough one, as Ahart was able to turn him a little bit, but could touch.
Yeah, not bad defense, just better offense. Hole goes up top to Ahart. Now Hole left wing, back up top to Britton. They'll call the play, right wing to Hardy. It's weird to see Ahart run point on this team, right? But he does so well. They fire it inside. Deer King with it, up over the defender, won't go, and rebound to the Bulldogs.
I tell you what, Edwards is causing problems down low. 6'5", and not a skinny 6'5" that he's built.
That's going to be a travel there. They had the ball in the corner with Hudson Jones, a nice pump fake, but then too many steps. Got excited when he saw the clear lane he had to the rim.
Don't adjust your radios, by the way. 21-18 is the score.
Yeah,
we're almost halfway through the third quarter.
It is the third quarter. It's not the first quarter. It's a good game. Britton Ahart with the ball on the left wing, kicks it out. Swung around to Hardy. Hardy back to Ahart. Dribbling through the defense, goes to Tam. Tam has it taken away. It's turnover for the Bulldogs. Crocker, left wing, three, no good. And rebound strongly controlled by Ahart.
He got up for that.
Now they go to Hall. Hall picks up his dribble, fires up top to Hardy. Hardy at half court. Right side, Cody Tam, back to Hardy. Now Ahart. Ahart, defender in the air, goes to Deer King on the short corner. Swung around to Hall. Hall, Hardy, back to Hall. Hall hop step through the lane. Shot won't go. And a foul will be whistled. That'll go to South Callaway, right? No, they'll go to Tipton or Eldon.
Oh, okay, yeah, Cody Tam fighting for the offensive board, and that's something that Cody, once again, brings to this team. And when you're constantly going after boards, you're going to draw fouls that way.
They'll give him a well-deserved break here as Rhett Bayshore checks into the game. A trigger man, that is, goes to Hall. Now Hardy in front of the Eldon bench.
Look at how high they are extending this pressure. I just got to believe Mustangs can do something with that.
They go high post, now corner, swung all the way around to Hardy. Back high post again. Ahart turns the corner and gets the layup to go. Hey, you were right, but a good job being patient and finding the right look.
Well, they mixed it up and they started flashing Ahart high out. He gets to decide how to act out of it.
He would be tough to guard in that position, right? It shows on that possession. Now Edwards on the inside, spinning through the lane, and they'll charge Deer King with a foul, but that'll be before the shot goes up.
And I got nothing against Mason on that one. He had his hands in the air. The problem is he was a little straight up, and part of that is, Mason's 6'1", whatever he's listed at, going up against 6'5". Sometimes I think you stay straight up just to try to be tall enough.
Right. Quick shot right there. It's Tucker Jones. A touch, pass, and a shot is good off the inbounds. 23-20 your score. It'll be a timeout. I don't know if you saw who whistled that. I think it was...
I believe it was the Eldon bench.
That was Eldon, yeah. So 4:20 to go here in the American Sun Control third quarter. 23-20 the lead. for Eldon. We'll take a break, and we'll be back on the other side of it. You're listening to KS-95 Sports.
Hi, I'm Jason Blankenship, owner of Jason Blankenship CPA LLC. As the year quickly draws to a close, it's time to start thinking about tax planning strategies for your farm and business. We are happy to meet with you and help you see where things stand for the year. We can also give you advice on ways to spend money to help you grow your business, all while maximizing your tax savings. No matter what your tax, payroll, or accounting needs are, Jason Blankenship CPA LLC has got you covered. Celebrating 10 years of service to the Central Missouri area and looking forward to many more, give us a call at 573-557-2417 or stop by and see us at 401 East North Street in Eldon.
Eldon's basketball on the other end. Britton Ahart fadeaway shot won't go. It was actually an Eldon timeout. And we got a hard foul here as Ahart goes into the stands here at Tipton.
Yeah, he nearly takes out an official.
If you were watching the stream during that timeout, you would see Chase or Jace?
Jace Culpepper.
Yeah, Jace Culpepper helping run the clock at the scorer's table, and I don't think there's anything that he can't do, right? Is that what you said?
The kid's a little stud. When we walked through the other night, Jace was out there. I asked him what grade he was in. I forget what he said. I was like, can you hit a three? Until he buried back-to-back threes. I was like, oh, yep, you're Culpepper. This makes sense.
You're going to play basketball for Tipton. That checks out. A steal here, Cody Tam, 2-on-1 fast break. Tam was just going to take it himself, but he's fouled on the floor, and they'll actually say he was going up with it, so Tam will go to the line for two.
That's a great jump by Cody Tam, and give some credit to Rhett Bayshore also for the pressure he was applying on ball.
Bayshore's not a guy that's going to put up 15 points in the night, but he might put up 15 steals.
Oh, his defense is insane. The kid gets after it.
Tam to the line here, 3:55 to go in the third quarter. First free throw, no good. It's a 23-20 Mustangs lead here in the championship semifinals. It's the American Sun Control third quarter in the Martin Metal broadcast. Second free throw from Tam. It is good. We saw free throw shooting be a pretty big deal in the last game, right? So it'll be important to hit them.
I mean, points at an all-time premium in this game.
Yeah, you thought last game was important. Really important in this game. Just 44 combined points here. We're over halfway through the third quarter. Bulldogs, they'll fire a quick three from the corner. No good. Second chance. Edwards can't get it to go. Rebound tipped around. It goes to Bayshore. Bayshore kicks ahead. Devin Hardy, pass inside. Deer King, pump fake, and shot good off the glass.
I don't know what was more impressive, Deer King's shot fake and finish, or Devin Hardy hanging in the air to get around a defender.
I'm not shocked by anything Hardy does athletically at this point. He's definitely put on a show for us over these last 2 years. Spinning shot from Edwards, no good. A chance for Eldon to blow this open. 6 points already, their largest lead of the night. They go to Bayshore. Cross-court pass. Devin Hardy for three. No good. Rebound tipped around, and we'll go to the Bulldogs.
If you notice, Eldon, now that they've opened up a 6-point lead, South Callaway after that basket, or that last basket, seemed to get, I don't want to call it desperation mode, but they start going quick, they have to score now.
Yeah, like you said, points at a premium. It probably does feel like a 6-point lead is more of a 15-point lead.
Honestly.
At this stage in the game, we just passed the 3-minute mark in the third quarter. Here in Tipton. Again, winner will go on to the championship game of the Tipton tournament. They'll face the winner of our next game, Camdenton and California. This one taken away. Devin Hardy, open lane to the basket. And the layup is good. It's now an 8-point lead.
Britton Ahart slowed down on the outside and kind of was like a little outside blocker to make sure no one was going to get to Hardy, which I don't think they were going to run it down.
I was going to say, it'd be pretty tough to catch Hardy down, but someone might be able to. Left wing, Crocker. Swings around to Pontius. Jones thought about the three, driving through the lane. Tough defense by Cody Tam, and another stop for Eldon. They fired up ahead to Devin Hardy quick. Thought they had numbers. Bayshore, corner. Deer King, short corner jumper. Yes, and it is now an 8-point lead. 10-point lead, excuse me.
Oh boy, ignore the scoreboard on the broadcast. I don't know how I put 49 up, but, it happened.
It happened. South Callaway going to call a timeout here. It's a full timeout. 2:07 to go in the third quarter. 30-20. Your lead as Eldon is out on top. You're listening to KS-95 Sports.
Farmland Grocery LLC in Syracuse is a discount grocery store that carries surplus, bent and dent, seasonal, close-to-date foods, and dated foods. They get new items in every week, and products constantly change. They also sell food in bulk by the case for a discount. Farmland Grocery is open Monday through Saturday, 8 to 5, and until 6 on Friday. Located directly north of the Highway 50 and D intersection in Syracuse. Follow Farmland Grocery LLC on Facebook to stay up to date on new arrivals.
Nikki Ragsdale with RE/MAX of Sedalia has the experience and local expertise to assist in all your real estate transactions. From Sedalia to Tipton, even the lake and other surrounding areas, she's a leading agent in this market who knows what to expect and how to deliver. If you're ready to buy or sell, call your real estate expert, Nikki Ragsdale with RE/MAX of Sedalia at 660-620-7777 or call the office at 660-826-9911 and ask for Nikki. She's the key to your home buying and selling needs.
And Eldon has exploded here now, opened up a 10-point lead over South Callaway, 30-20. And Bulldogs trigger a timeout. It's their ball now.
Ryan, I got to give a little love to our girl Sandra listening. She's over at our sister station, Mix 92.7, and helping make sure that things work for our next game, Camdenton and California, that we'll have on Mix 92.7. So really appreciate you, Sandra.
Yeah, hopefully everything goes on schedule and we don't throw things off, right? Almost a takeaway here, and they finally get it to a Bulldog. That's Tucker Jones with it. Mid-range jumper, won't climb the iron. Second chance, Jones gets his own rebound, and the shot's good. That's a lost art, following your own shot.
It is, but, I mean, these Mustangs are flying around defensively.
And as you say that, the Bulldogs fly around defensively and force a turnover, so timeout working effectively for South Callaway.
Well, South Callaway was in the danger zone right there. They knew if they didn't score soon, they could find themselves in an insurmountable hole.
It's been a nice response. Eldon Hayes picked up here in kind of a full-court zone press, but coast to coast, knifing through is great in Pontius. He gets a layup to go. It's now a 6-point lead. Bayshore into the front court, kicks it off to Ahart. Right back, Bayshore corner three, no good. Rebound tipped around and goes to the Bulldogs.
I feel like Eldon's playing South Callaway's game right now out of the timeouts.
Corner now with Chase Mealy. Mealy all the way to the basket. Shot won't go, but they whistle. Britton Ahart before a foul.
Yeah, this is tough. Coach Caudell, he wants a timeout when he can get one because he can see that, as I mentioned, it kind of seems like Eldon is playing South Callaway's game at the moment. I never heard a whistle for the timeout, but they're going to the sidelines. I guess
did call it timeout? I don't know.
Counts as a Nikki Ragsdale
RE/MAX of Sedalia. Yeah, there we go.
It does. Look at us. We're finishing each other's
sentences.
I meant sandwiches. Dang it.
We need to finish each other's sandwiches.
Stop.
I'm hungry.
Britt, welcome back to the broadcast. I feel like it's been a minute.
Britt hasn't said a word. We mentioned food, and here she is.
Yeah, there it is out of nowhere. She was talking earlier about how she wanted to sneak down to the hospitality room. Did you ever make it?
No, I did not, and I don't think I'm going to make it next time. So.
Yeah, I was going to say we got to.
I promise you, when our final game is done, there's one more game after that tonight. While that game's going on, we'll go eat in the hospitality room.
That is so fantastic to hear.
By the way, once again, I've said it each night, thanks to all the fine folks here at Tipton, Mr. Culpepper, Mr. Carbajal, Dr. Rob, the whole bunch. They've taken great care of us, and on top of that, their hospitality room has been excellent.
Which I found out when I was in there the other night, their cafeteria actually provides the hospitality room.
So they eat nice in Tipton,
Yes,
which is probably why they perform so well athletically. It makes more sense now.
That really, really does. I'm very impressed. I wondered how those football players were hitting so hard.
I was going to say, when you put banners on the wall, you deserve to get some food, and there's somehow like triple the banners that were here.
That is the best form of bribery I've ever heard. You win a championship, the food gets better.
I swear. We'll be eating steaks by the end of next year.
That's what I'm thinking.
Which
yeah, I know. Hold on.
Free throw up, and it is good from South Callaway. We're having some issues again with our power, so hopefully we get that fixed, and Colton's working on it right now. Short corner jumper, no good from Cody Tam. Rebound to South Callaway. It's a 5-point game with under a minute to play. Long pass from South Callaway.
Not going to lie, Ryan, that one was mine. Turns out I kicked the little power thing in front of us, and it hit another cord and unplugged us.
Oh, my goodness. We're struggling tonight, right? We got here early. Everything worked in the first game.
I ride the struggle bus full speed every chance I get.
It was bound to happen. They'll go into the front court. Ball's being tipped around. There's so much going on right now. One thing that I do know is Devin Hardy has the ball. They go high post to Britton Ahart. Ahart spinning through the lane. Can't get it to go. Second chance. He's got two Bulldogs on his back. Pump fake, and a foul.
That will be team foul number 5, so Ahart should get free throws.
Are we good now? We take a breath?
I feel like this is crucial time now for Eldon because you're up 5.
Yes.
Ahart could make it as much as 7, and points have been at a premium. you got to really hold on to control right here. Don't let a counter run knock you out of the lead.
Well, I was going to say, I think that South Callaway, while they did fight their way back into this game after getting down by 10, first free throw is no good. If Eldon can close out this quarter strong, points are still so much at a premium that it's very, you're very confident in the position you're in. They're just going to need to answer with a run of their own, and I think that starts defensively.
Coach Caudell's timeout was great, by the way, because Eldon has really slowed their pace down more to their style of play.
Well, they were forcing shots, and that's not like them. Second free throw, no good either. And again, free throws down the stretch could really keep the Bulldogs in this game. 23 seconds to go. They have a chance to cut this to a one-possession game. A foul will send the Bulldogs to the line. They'll kick it out for a three-pointer, and it is good from Nathan Hector. It's a 2-point game with 10 seconds to go. Hardy kicks it off to Hull. 8 seconds to play. Cross-court pass to Cody Tam. Tam's pass is tipped out of bounds. This isn't bad, though. Eldon can set up something with 3.8 seconds.
What I love there is Britt Nahart looked over at Coach Caudell, asked him about a play, got it in. They've got a design play here off the sideline with 3.8 to go.
3.8 to go. A little confusion, though, getting it in, I think. They'll just go up top to Hardy. 3 seconds to play. Hardy from the spike line, all off the back rim. It was a good look. And so at the end of 3 quarters, at the end of the American Sun Control, third quarter, it's a 2-point game. 30-28. Eldon leads. One more quarter of action will decide who plays in the Tipton Tournament Championship game on Saturday. We'll find out on the other side of this break. You're listening to KS-95 Sports.
California Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram has been making happy customers for years with dedicated employees in sales and service. They're your hometown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram dealer and proudly serve the community and surrounding areas by offering new and pre-owned vehicles, as well as top-notch parts and service departments. Find out for yourself why their customers leave happy. California Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram on West Buchanan Street in California wants you to be another happy customer.
Hey, shout out to Ashlyn Hill down there on the floor with the cheerleaders. Last night she was getting buckets and boards, and now she's out here cheering on the Mustangs.
And guess what? Tomorrow night, is it tomorrow night or Saturday night? She'll be right back out here playing some basketball again in the third place game.
That's a lot of commitment.
Yeah, the Eldon Mustangs girls basketball team will have a tough matchup against Boonville, right? And that's a tri-county game again.
I think it's going to be a battle.
This might as well be the tri-county Tipton basketball tournament, because we're getting a lot of those conference matchups early here, which is can't take away from that experience, can you?
Oh, no, not at all. But I'm really excited as we jump into the Jason Blankenship CPA fourth quarter of action. Mustangs 2-point lead. South Callaway got a little momentum, but let's see if Eldon can restore it.
Yeah, Eldon definitely needing a bucket there. They had that 30-20 lead now. South Callaway's been on an 8-0 run and struggling here to get it across half court. Finally, they do know it's taken away by the Bulldogs. A chance to tie or take the lead here on this possession. Crocker, they'll go short corner to Pontius. Now up top, Tucker Jones. Right back to the right wing to Crocker. Tucker Jones finds a guy inside. It's Pontius. Shot won't climb the iron. Rebound being fought for underneath. Saved under the own basket. It's taken away by Cody Tam. Tam has a fast break here. Tam jump stop shot. It's good, but they whistle for the charge.
I don't know about that one. I firmly believe the South Callaway player was still moving.
No, it was overruled.
Was it?
He'll go to the line.
Good. Heads. I'm not trying to show bias here, but that is a heads-up call from the sideline official.
Oh my goodness, that's got to be frustrating if you're the South Callaway coach. But if you're from Eldon, I mean, everything was clean there, right? That was the perfect call. And 2 points for Cody Tam. Now they're going to talk, and talking is never good. This is actually the exact same huddle we saw the Eldon football season end in.
I don't know how you can change it. The player was still moving and was leaning with it. I truly believe that was the right call. As it was
I do too. Now,
and the thing was, I don't believe the baseline official had a view because he was behind the player trying to draw the contact. I don't know.
While we have this, let's take the moment to talk about Coach Caudell's shoe game. What does he have on today? He's always got some nice shoes on. I can't tell, but those are nice.
I don't know.
He's always rocking a pair of Jordans. He has a pair of maroon ones that are pretty cool. Tonight they're in the white uniforms.
Here's the problem right now. No matter what call you come out of this huddle with,
someone's going to get mad. Well, they said 24 is the shooter, so he must be going to the line. Oh, no, 24 is the foul. And this is
oh my gosh, are they really about to overrule this and call this a foul now? You got overruled, and now you're over. Oh, that's miss.
That's tough. Wipes 2 points off the board. It's now a one-possession game still. They'll give the foul to Cody Tam. And South Callaway's got another chance to tie this basketball game. That is an unfortunate swing.
That is, and the worst part is it's
so now are they going to count the basket and call a foul? What is going on right now? No, they'll wave the basket off.
Here's my issue. When you overrule that so quickly in that moment, that's a decisive call.
Yeah.
You know, we've talked with Justin, who's back in the studio for us right now, who is officiating as well. And that's what Coach Caudell's saying as well. You made that decisive call. People believe that in that moment.
Right.
But then when you wait 3-4 more minutes, say, well, now I changed my mind. It's like
you start to see things that maybe you didn't see or start to question yourself. And it doesn't matter now because it is South Callaway's basketball. The chance to tie this game. They'll fire for 3 for the lead. No good. Rebound is going to be, they'll say he stepped out of bounds, right? Yeah. And it'll go to Eldon. And this, I mean, you can see Coach Caudell, the intensity behind him. Now, that play fired him up.
I love, though, that he's keeping his composure. And instead of, being angry about it, all right, guys, let's just get the next play.
He's just using it to coach his kids with passion, and you got to love that. Hull with the basketball, now throws it up top to Ahart. Ahart to Hardy, right back to Ahart on a short handoff. Spacing issues here for Eldon. They're trying to figure things out. Ahart, top of this zone, fires it right side to Hull. Hall inside Deer King at the high post. Now back out Hall. If you're in Eldon, you're not necessarily in a rush to find a shot, right? It's got to be a good shot.
Here's the thing. If you're patient enough, you can make South Callaway come out of this zone.
I agree. Ahart, he finds a shot. Hook almost went in. Rebound for Deer King. Has it, and they'll call a foul.
First off, Ahart from the free throw line, you've kicked out so many times. He has so many options. Great job by Deer King moving in space to get that board and draw that foul.
I agree. And a great look there from Ahart. I mean, it was a reverse, right? He brought the ball down to his waist and still almost got it. Yeah, nice spin on it. Almost got it to go in. High post to Hall. Hall dribbles it back out here. 6:30 to play in the Jason Blankenship CPA fourth quarter. It's 30-28. Eldon leads. Hall goes to Bayshore, right side. Bayshore, high pass to Hall. Hall left wing to Ahart. Ahart surveying the defense. High post, a shot up from Tam, and he's fouled.
I love what Britton Ahart just did there. He stepped into the short corner, and he made 2 guys step out to meet him. That opened up the center in a heads-up play by Cody Tam to flash to that gap that opened up, and Cody felt the contact. I don't know that he wanted that shot, but as soon as you know you're getting hit, I'd rather have free throws.
I think there's a sense of calmness to Brenton Ahart when he's got the ball, even in pressure, right? There's a double team on him.
All of these Mustangs are handling it. We saw Talon Hall at the start of that possession.
First free throw, no good. They are leaving the door open from the charity stripe. I mean, that's definitely an area where you need to shore up here down these last 6 minutes and 12 seconds. However, not turning the ball over is the first step, and they've done a good job of that. Second free throw up and no good as well, but rebound by Bayshore. Rhett Bayshore fires it up top to Ahart. Now back into the corner to Bayshore. Cross-court pass to Hall. Hall to Deer King. Another skip pass to Ahart. Ahart's met with a double team. He goes to Hall. Hall spins left wing, or right wing, excuse me. Kicks it back out. Tam will hold it. Almost loses a hold of it. Now goes Hall in the corner. Hall corner met with a double team. One arm pass. Now back up top to Ahart. I mean, you just keep eating away at this clock, right? You only have a 2-point lead, but free throw line jumper won't go. And rebound by the Bulldogs. They want to go in transition. Behind the back pass almost worked. Still works in a capacity because the Bulldogs have a baseline inbounds play here.
I'm really wondering if the Mustangs can get a stop. Is Devin Hardy going to come into the game for Talon Hall? And I believe Hines going to check in for Deer King. So I do wonder if you can get a stop here. Do you consider just hitting the ball at the free throw line until they come out?
I don't think that's crazy to say, honestly. First step, though, get a stop. It's Bulldogs. They'll fire a 3 with Crocker. Misses everything long. Rebound by Hardy. They'll go fast and set. Bayshore touch pass to Tam. Tam is good off the right side of the glass. That's Eldon Mustangs basketball.
That was beautiful.
I mean, beautiful touch pass, unselfishness, and now they pick up in the press. Defense starting to pick up. A blocking foul whistled on Bayshore, and everyone's a little confused by it. He just fell down.
Right now, the biggest thing for me is this Mustang composure. I mean, they are not forcing things, and when the trap comes, rather than freaking out, where have I got to go? They're just keeping their head up and saying, all right, where's the easiest pass?
So they know their team better than I do, because whenever Hardy made that initial pass, I kind of grimaced a little bit. I'm like, you don't need to go fast, but hey, they knew exactly what they were doing. Touch pass inside is beautiful. And now a stop here would be massive. A 4-point lead here. We're nearing the 5-minute mark in the fourth quarter. High-intensity defense being played by the Mustangs. It's Tucker Jones in the far corner. Jones dribbles it back up to the top of the key and hands it off to Crocker. Crocker defended by Bayshore. Surveys the defense, starts his dribble. Now hands off to Jones. Jones high post and the whistle a foul. You're nearing the bonus now, right? 3 fouls for each team.
Yeah, I mean, closing in on halfway through this Jason Blankenship CPA fourth quarter. I mean, you don't want to get to that bonus, but 3 fouls at this point, not terrible.
That is the 4th foul, however, on Kyle Hines, so he'll go back to the bench. Inbound quickly to Ethan Edwards at the free throw line, spinning his way to the paint, and a left-handed hook shot's good.
Hey, that's soft touch and a nice move.
It really does feel like he has had the size advantage all night, should be able to do that, but Eldon has done a great job holding him defensively. Hardy with the ball in a trap, kicks it over to Tam. Tam's pass tipped out of bounds, and will stay with the Mustangs with 4:23 to go here.
Talon Hole going to come into the game for Rhett Bayshore.
A short break for Talon Hole, but you are to the point in the game where you can kind of start doing shift subs, right? Like, okay, we're on defense and there's a dead ball. Let's throw Rhett Bayshore in there. All right, we're on offense. Talon Hole goes in, right? A lob up top. They wanted Ahart. He corrals it, comes down, now shot up and just misses off the rim. A good idea. But now a chance for the Bulldogs to tie or take the lead. Crocker fires all the way into the corner to Pontius. Pontius back across to Crocker. Oh, had someone wide open underneath the basket, miss him. Edwards now hands off Crocker. Crocker, it's almost taken away by Deer King. Now Edwards. Edwards driving to the lane. He's holding it in the paint, now kicks it out. It's Pontius, short jumper, and he gets the roll to tie this game at 32 all with 3:45 to play. Now quick on the other end is Hall. Cross court to Hardy, now Tam, no hesitation for 3. Off the back iron, and a rebound for the Bulldogs. South Callaway coming back into this one. Hudson Jones. Oh my goodness, they called it a charge.
Wow,
I was shocked.
Hardy. I didn't know which way that was going to go.
Hardy got set for the charge, and it's like the offensive player never came, but he fell anyways and got it. We'll take it, right? I mean,
hey, if you're going to call a charge on the other end, a while back, you got to call that.
Yeah, no joke, and I'm sure that Coach Caudell's not going to be mad. Break this press with passing. Does the Mustangs. Again, all tied at 32 here in the fourth quarter. The Jason Blankenship CPA fourth quarter. Hall hopping through the lane. Can't get it to go off the rim. Rebound by the Bulldogs. And now a foul by Britton Ahart.
Yeah, that was that's not the foul you want that far from the basket.
No. I mean, you're 90 feet from the basket. That's the truth.
A strong take by Talon. Just a tough shot. Mustang defense going to have to get another stop here.
Yeah, and they've done a good job of it all night. But, again, I feel like South Callaway has kind of figured things out a little bit better offensively. They've gotten some good looks here. That's why we're tied at 32. Into the front court. They find short corner Ethan Edwards. Misses way long. Pontius with an offensive rebound. Crocker up top. Now right back to Ethan Edwards. Defended by Ahart. Fadeaway jumper is good. And the Bulldogs have the lead.
That's a look they went to early and had went away from, but we've seen it back-to-back baskets now.
Bayshore picks up his dribble, goes to Hardy, right back to Bayshore. Hardy to Hall. High post Ahart. Touch pass to Deer King. Short corner jumper. And he ties it. Britt, thanks.
Great
She told us it was a great look, and it was.
One of these teams is going to the championship game.
Yeah, it's going to be well-deserved.
And I think it'll come down to the last few seconds, maybe.
Ethan Edwards, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds. I agree with you, Britt.
Britton Ahart probably asking, man, can I get a foul? I was getting shoved on both sides when that ball went out of bounds.
They'll stay with the Bulldogs here.
Got to watch the lob.
Instead, they go for a three-pointer. Tucker Jones missed off the front rim. Rebound by Eldon. Devin Hardy left wing. Met with a double team. High post Talon Hall. Hall pump fake, shot up. No good, but he's fouled and go to the line with 2 shots.
I really wonder if day one of practice, Coach Caudell sets all these kids down and goes, I don't care if you're 5'8" or you're 6'4". Every last one of you is 6'5", all right? That's what we're doing.
My favorite thing, right, is you have Britton Ahart, 6'4", running the guard for most of this game, right? But then inside in the paint, you have Talon Hall at 5'10", and Devin Hardy at 5'9".
Free throws, though, are a problem for the Mustangs in this game.
That's definitely what they're going to circle, right? And I'm sure if Coach Caudell comes up and talks to us. He'll say, we need to hit our free throws a little
They're
bit better.
3 of 9 in the second half right now.
Ooh. Yeah, 4 of 10. There you go. Good jinx right there.
Thank you. Enough to give them the lead.
Yeah, 35-34 lead, 2:18 to play in the fourth quarter. The Jason Blankenship CPA fourth quarter. The winner of this game will play in the championship of the Tipton tournament on Saturday. South Callaway on the other end. Ball taken away by Britton Ahart, now regained by Crocker. Crocker hopping through the lane. Edwards, that pass was tipped. They'll go back up top. Crocker thought about the three here. We're under 2 minutes to play. Edwards on the inside. And not only will that send Edwards to the line as they call a foul on Britton Ahart, that's Ahart's fourth.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, you don't want Ahart getting his fourth and you don't want free throws, but that was going to be a layup otherwise.
Yeah.
He sold out for the steal and had to foul at that point.
Yeah, and now you make Edwards earn it at the line, and we've seen in our first 2 games tonight, nothing comes easy from the free throw line, but it did there as we're all tied at 35.
We are, and once again, we just said a second ago, free throws a big deal. Eldon has not shot free throws very well, and now free throws could give South Callaway the lead with under 2 minutes to play in the Jason Blankenship CPA fourth quarter.
Second free throw, no good, so door left open right here. 35-35, Eldon has the basketball with 1:47 to play.
I think you want to be patient here.
Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't even hate burning a minute off. I mean,
seriously, if they're not going to pull out of this zone, do you just hip check it up top and run it down?
No, they'll go outside. Tam for 3. It was inside out, a good look, but no good. Now the Bulldogs going to go fast. Crocker, 2 on 3. Yeah, you're not going to get that a second time. Hardy tried to draw the charge. No contact was made. It's unfortunate because the shot was missed. The foul was called on the floor, and we'll see free throws here as the Bulldogs are in the bonus.
Yeah, you got back defensively. The problem is South Callaway got out and ran. They had the 3-on-2 advantage, so Hardy had to try something. Those free throws short.
No more 1-and-1 in high school basketball. You go straight to 2 free throws after 5 fouls, so he gets a second chance.
I will say the big man is out for South Callaway right now. So the lane is going to be, or the paint is going to be a little more open for the Mustangs.
And you got to be careful as well as the second free throw is good. So a 1-point lead for South Callaway. You don't want Ahart to get that 5th foul offensively, right? And so if he's driving from the high post, that could be something to look at. Devin Hardy with it again. The Mustangs trail by 1, winner to the championship game on Saturday. 1:16 to play in the fourth quarter. That one almost thrown away, but they get it to Hall, and they will say he carried that basketball. I wasn't even looking.
I didn't see a carry there.
Wow. I looked down at my sheet and look up.
Coach Cardell's not arguing it, though, so they must have a better vision than us. Now you got to get a stop. And the big guy's back in for South Callaway.
1:11 to play. They forced the ball into the front court to Hudson Jones. Jones defended by Hardy. Interesting to see how aggressive the Bulldogs are. You have timeouts to work with. And instead of foul will be whistled on Talon Hall right in front of the Bulldogs bench. You had, that was Tucker Jones trapped, but he reaches in and a foul is whistled.
Yeah, this could be big. If he hits both of these, makes it a 3-point game. As we mentioned, points have been at an absolute premium.
3-point game with a minute to go feels a lot larger.
Mustangs haven't really done much from 3 this game.
They've shot, as the first free throw is good. They've shot some threes, just haven't made them.
No, they were able to knock down 2 threes in the first half, one going to Hardy and another going to Hull. But since then, no threes in the second half.
Second free throw good as well. So we have a 3-point game, and we're going to see Coach Caudell whistle for a timeout here. I think that's just going to be a 30-second timeout. So Colton, 1:02 left. You have the basketball, down by 3. What's your game plan here?
Right now, you're working against this zone. I may be running a shooter on the baseline and trying to go for a skip to the weak side and see if you can set up a Hardy or a Hull or an Ahart for that 3. Actually, I'm going to be honest. They're going to tee off on Ahart. They're not face guarding him, but they're focusing on him out of this zone. So I'm probably looking for Hardy or Hull on the backside with a skip pass against this 3-2, unless South Callaway gives a different look.
Hardy just 5 points tonight, and we know he can score the basketball. I'm interested if we don't see him hit a big shot here. He's experienced. He's played a few years of varsity. I think you could go to him, right, if they're keyed in on Ahart.
In the same breath, I say that 1:02 to go. You don't have to have the 3.
Oh, not even close.
No, if you get it high post to Ahart and let him attack, there's always an it and one possibility there also.
Right. 1:02 to go. South Callaway kind of backed off pressure-wise. They'll let Ahart dribble the ball up the floor. He's defended by Tucker Jones.
They're straight man now.
We're under a minute to... Oh, my goodness. They called an offensive foul.
A moving screen, that's going to go against Bayshore, as he wasn't even trying to screen is the thing. He was trying to move around. It's almost similar to a pick play in football.
So this is interesting to me. We've seen Kyle Hines on the bench for the majority of the fourth quarter because he's playing on 4 fouls. They finally check him in here for Ahart, which makes sense. You also have 2 timeouts, so if you get a stop, right, call timeout and let Ahart come back in for the offense. You don't want him to pick up his 5th foul, though. Bulldogs get the ball in. They go to Hudson Jones. Jones in front of the Bulldogs bench. Now handoff to Crocker. 45 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. It's a 3-point lead for South Callaway. Colton Crocker with it, right wing to Tucker Jones. Jones without the double team. You might have to foul here, and they finally do. Hardy will foul Hudson Jones and send the sophomore to the free throw line.
This is a tough one for the Mustangs. You were up double digits in the third.
Yeah. In a game where double digits was more like a triple-digit lead with how many points have been scored.
Seriously.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a tough one to swallow. Not over yet, though. 36.1 seconds to play. Hudson Jones, the sophomore guard at the free throw line, and he gets the first one to go for the Bulldogs, extending the lead to 39-35.
Mustang's going to have to go quick, fast, and in a hurry after this one. I mean, you got to get an open look and let it fly with some confidence.
They get Ahart back in as a sub here. Second free throw, no good. So 4-point game, 36.1 seconds to play. Hardy on the left side. He'll go all the way to the basket, hesitating. Oh, couldn't get it to go. But is fouled and will go to the free throw line. Free throws.
Huge free throws. And once again, this is a 4-point game. You've left, I'm just looking here in the second half, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at the free throw line alone in the second half.
Definitely going to go back and look at that one. First free throw up from Hardy, and good. He is one of your more sure-handed free throw shooters. And they'll send some subs here. Cody Tam goes to the bench. They check in Rhett Bayshore for a defensive effort. They'll also check out Ahart, which makes sense. You don't want him to pick up his 5th foul. 30.9 seconds to play. Second free throw up and good. It's 39-37. Eldon leads. They pick up in a full court press. Bulldogs inbound it. They'll go to Hudson Jones. Jones hands it off to Tucker Jones. Now right back to Hudson, and that's who they want to foul. As Hardy fouls Hudson Jones. He was 1 for 2 last time.
Yeah, this is huge. If he goes 1 of 2, you leave it a 3-point game where one shot can tie. Now, I am a little surprised because I will say Tucker Jones, what I saw in their opening round game was that he was probably their best 3-point shooter, and generally 3-point shooters are decent free throw shooters.
Right. They wanted to get the ball out of his hand. Or you said Hudson, that is. That was the good free throw shooter?
Yeah, and I say that as either way, this is going to be a one-possession game.
So now this gets interesting here. If you're Coach Caudell, do you whistle for a timeout after this? I don't know, right?
I think it depends if he makes or misses. If he misses, no. I want to let my kids run the fast break.
That's fair. 25.4 seconds to play here in the Jason Blankenship CPA fourth quarter. 39-37. The Bulldogs on top. Misses on both free throws. Oh, but he got his own rebound. He was the only Bulldog. Just throws it up. Oh, my goodness. Timeout, South Callaway. Wow. Eldon had South Callaway had no one in the lane. And the shooter gets his own rebound. That is brutal.
Nothing hurts worse than a game coming down to basics that you feel like you had on lock, and that is definitely one of them. Nobody put a body on the shooter. He ran around the outside and took it away. Otherwise, we'd have a one-possession game here. Now you're going to have to go back to the foul game and hope for a miss. Yeah. Unless, of course, you try to jump the entry pass. But, boy, that
is rough.
Hurts.
You were going to get the ball back with a 2-point game. And it's not the first time I've seen it, but it is one of the first times I've seen that. And that you win and lose games off of little things. And
by the way, while we got a second here, you are listening to this broadcast on KTKS for Sales Eldon at the Lake of the Ozarks, 95.1 FM. Also online, lakeradio.com, streaming at MoSportsZone.com and the MoSportsZone app. Colton Taylor, Ryan Retone on play-by-play here tonight. We've got Britt on the camera, and, of course, Justin engineering things back at the studio.
39-37 your score here in the Jason Blankenship CPA fourth quarter. South Callaway with the lead and the ball, and a spot in the championship game on the line. They try to get it in here, finally due to Hudson Jones. Jones just went 0 for 2 from the free throw line, and the Mustangs foul him again.
He's getting plenty of practice.
You know, you'd think eventually that South Callaway would like their odds with him going to the free throw line, right? You just think numbers. He's going to hit one eventually.
Well, I mean, like I said, I saw him from 3, but Eldon, this is the game they got to play right now.
First free throw up and first free throw good. 3-point game here. This is the big one.
Absolutely it is. And I promised Coach Caudell has already told his kids, somebody get a body on the shooter this time.
Eldon still has 2 timeouts. So
if he makes this, you still got to go fast. If you can get a quick bucket, you're still very much alive in this game.
All right, second free throw from Jones. It rims in. It's now a 2-possession game, 41-37. Eldon gets across the timeline here. 15 seconds to play. They need to go quick. Ahart has the ball at half court. They go to Hardy. Hardy into the corner. Talon Hall. This is a good look. It won't go. Rebound being tipped around. Tam's short jumper won't go. Ahart has it. Shot up. Oh, it went in, but they wave it off and call the foul on the floor. That would have been massive.
That hurts, especially with the clock at 3.5, but nonetheless,
still 2 shots. You need to hit both of them here.
And foul fast.
Yeah, if you're Britton Ahart. 3.5 seconds to play. Britton Ahart to the line for first of 2 free throws. And, it's no good.
Like I said, I promise Coach Caudell is going to be talking about free throws after this game.
Yeah. 41-37. Misses off the front rim. Gets his own rebound. Shots good. Timeout. Eldon with a 1.4 seconds to go.
I've never seen that successfully done.
Wow.
That was heads up. I don't think anybody expected it.
So now that you think about that, if they would have counted the basket and he does that on the first free throw, we're in a tie game right now. That's insane to think about. So 1.4 seconds to play.
I'll go one further. If they don't call a charge on that lay-in that Tam had, we're tied.
Yeah, there are a lot of things.
If Eldon shoots 60% from the free throw line, they're probably leading by 5.
Yeah.
Now the problem is fouling fast enough.
Yeah, because 1.4 seconds. I mean, you got to foul quick, and it's 1.4 seconds. But if you don't foul before, there's 0.3 left on the clock, you can't even get a shot up, right? Yeah. There has to be more than 0.3 seconds on the clock. So this is definitely tough.
Hold on now. Can you do the NBA thing where you just tip it on the inbound? Does that count? It's not a shot.
Did you see the one the other day where they tipped it from almost the other free throw line and it rimmed in and out?
No, I didn't.
He punched it and it went in and
I
out.
did see that. Yeah, that's crazy.
Maybe we'll see that. Who knows? But still, 1.4 seconds to play. Each team has 1 timeout. Both teams in the bonus here. It's the fourth quarter, the Jason Blankenship CPA fourth quarter. 41-39 is South Callaway with the lead. They're going to line up all out of bounds and run a football play here.
Oh, boy. These are interesting but very dangerous.
You can run the baseline because it was a made basket here. 1.4 seconds to play, and they will run the baseline. Handoff, foul, and they'll say 0.5 seconds on the clock. I don't know that much time ran off. We'll see if they get any extra.
That was a pretty quick clock, but nonetheless, these free throws are huge.
And Caudell's going to plead his case. I mean, if I'm South Callaway here, you make one,
miss
the second. I don't know if you can get a timeout off that quick. I mean, Caudell's going to be in the ear of the ref, obviously. First free throw is good. That's Colton Crocker. But, I mean, honestly, you're trying to make it because if you make it, the game's over. And a timeout.
Yeah. As Coach Caudell going to – will that be his final timeout?
That is his final timeout.
Okay.
Now I miss it, just to be honest with you.
I mean, yeah, you honestly could. It's to the point if you're Eldon, if this shot is missed, then if you catch it, you have to catch and heave. That's the only thing you can do, and hope that the clock operator does not have a quick finger.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this is you're looking at 0.5 seconds here. 42-39 lead for South Callaway. I think I just miss it. And I mean,
no, I mean honestly, if you're South Callaway, you do contemplate just chucking it at the iron.
I mean, not that the game's over either way. I guess you make it, you miss it. Game's probably over.
True.
But I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter what we think, does it?
No,
we'll see what South Callaway does here.
This has been a great game.
It has been a great game, and it sets up another great game that we're going to see. Camdenton, California. They'll have a spot in the championship game, and we have that one too. Free throw up. Free throw no good. Ahart has a chance. He doesn't get it off. He actually fires it off the back rim. And that'll do it here. 42-39. It's the South Callaway Bulldogs advancing to the championship game at Eldon Falls. They'll play in the third place game on Saturday. We'll take a break, be back to wrap things up and get you into the next, or will we even be able to come back? What's our thoughts here?
Yeah, we'll do a quick post game before shifting gears over to Mix 92.
Yeah, so we'll be right back. You're listening to KS 95 Sports.
Since 1882, the Bank of Versailles has been locally owned and operated. Lending decisions are made right here in our community by people who understand real estate in the area. The Bank of Versailles is your local home and farm loan specialist, offering knowledgeable staff and competitive fixed rates that are hard to beat. The Bank of Versailles, building relationships with the people in our local community for 142 years. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Captain, the seas of the Ozarks are too rough. Me and crew can't secure the screens and railings. They'll never be installed right. She ain't sturdy, Captain. Rest assured, you'll see calmer seas this winter. And have American Sun Control secure powder-coated railings and screens for shade, too. While the lake is calm this winter, let American Sun Control install your dock and deck screens and railings. Come in, call, and look them up online and Facebook. American Sun Control.
We're back here at Tipton. It was 42-39. Eldon fell in the semifinals of the 86th annual Tipton tournament. Ryan Retone, Colton Taylor with you. Colton, I mean, that's a heartbreaker.
It really is. You know, you had a double-digit lead at one point in the third quarter, and hats off to South Callaway. They did what they had to do to win, but I really think Eldon going to look back at free throws as they did not shoot free throws very well. I mean, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 attempts in the second half, and they made, I believe, 5. So they were 5 of 14 from the free throw line in the second half.
Yeah, and that's just
9 points when you lose by 3 makes you really think about things.
No doubt.
Did want to recap the scoring before we get out of here, though. It was 7 from Talon Hole, 6 from Devin Hardy, 14 from Britton Ahart, leading scorer for the Mustangs, 6 from Mason Deerking, and 7 from Cody Tam. So Mustangs move into that third place game, where they will face off with the winner, or the loser, of California and Camdenton. So either way, you know, going to be a tough team.
I was going to say, no matter what, it's going to be tough, and you're going to have to bounce back, right? Definitely polarizing to lose a game that you had a 10-point lead in the second half. But there's no time to feel sorry for yourself. I'm sure that Coach Caudell, we didn't get a chance to talk to him. I'm sure that he's going to have his guys ready to play. They'll have a good day of practice tomorrow and going to have to bounce back, because either way, you're playing a very strong team, right?
Oh, 100%. So I'm sure he's giving him a good talk in the locker room. But like I said, those kids at least going to have a day off. I mean, you know, Versailles, we saw them earlier, and they're going to have to turn around and play immediately tomorrow. So, but that's the fun of early season tournaments.
It is, and you learn a lot about your team, right? And we're about to learn a lot about 2 really good teams, Camdenton, California, and that's on Mix 92.7. 92.7. I was close.
You were.
Right, and this was the Bank of Versailles post-game show, the Martin Medal broadcast. Thanks, everyone, for joining us tonight. It's been a pleasure on KS-95, and we'll move over, right?
Yeah, we'll make the switch right now. If you're watching MoSportsZone.com, we'll drop the stream, and we'll be up and running here in just a few minutes.
Yeah, so I'm Ryan Retone. He's Colton Taylor, Britt on the camera, and that's another presentation.